On this episode of the Procedurally Generated Show, Tony becomes a wizard and Ethan assembles. We talk about the week's biggest news and answer your questions. Howdy, everybody. Welcome to the Procedurally Generated Show. I'm your host, Tony, and joining me this week, I've got Ethan.
Hey, Tony.
What's going on?
Same old, same old.
Yeah? We just, we took down a Zeppelin a few minutes ago in the pre-show.
I don't think that was our goal. I think our goal was to survive the boss, and that just happened to happen alongside it.
Well, the boss killed us a bunch.
Like, what, 5, 6 times?
Something like that.
Ugh.
But in the end, we took him down, and that's what matters.
It's just going to get harder from there on out.
Oh, great.
And we need to figure out how upgrades work.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with any of those, except for I got one health upgrade, but that was it. So
For those wondering, we played Wolfenstein Youngblood for the pre-show. If you
that was a
if you
great
haven't watched
choice,
that
by
yet,
the way, too.
and you're already on this show, go over there and give that other show, a watch and hit that like button, smash the bell and subscribe and
Do all those things that we're supposed to ask you to do because we're on YouTube, but we never do.
VTubers win.
I get if we were
I make that joke quite often now, just in our private chats.
If we're the best YouTubers, we would ask you to do all that stuff all the time, but I never remember any of that stuff. So, but yeah, it was fun.
I mean, technically, like a YouTuber, you already have your own custom little outro thing that you do, and
that's true.
It's like the other ones where it's like, until next time, everyone, bye bye. The Markiplier with the wave on the camera, or Jacksepticeye saying smash the. Yeah, he says smash the like button, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I haven't watched his stuff in years, so. Man, crazy times, right?
Yep, and so yeah, we will be playing through the Wolfenstein Youngblood campaign. Is that a word? I don't think
it is now.
We're going to be playing through that campaign for the next few weeks. So
it's when you're complaining about playing the campaign.
There you go. We're going to make Wolfenstein Youngblood. I cannot speak. We're going to make that game entertaining to watch.
Literally rewriting the dictionary just so Tony can have legal words.
Exactly.
Take that, Scramble.
Oh, well, aside from Wolfenstein...
Oh, no, it's Scrabble, not Scramble.
You see, you're just inventing games for
I think it's
my
a different
invented
game.
dictionary. It's just new creations all around.
Exactly,
so,
yeah.
Aside from Wolfenstein, what else have you been playing this week?
So I told you I was going to surprise you on the show with this. This has nothing to do with what I played this week. I played this, but this thing, I did play it for a little bit today.
Okay.
I played Banjo-Kazooie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie.
Why would you do that?
Because you won't play it. And it's a great game. But I didn't just play Banjo-Kazooie. I didn't play Banjo-Tooie either.
Did you play Nuts and Bolts?
I didn't play Nuts and Bolts. I didn't play Banjo... whatever, Grunty's Revenge on the Game Boy Advance or something.
Yeah.
I didn't play that either. I didn't play Diddy Kong Racing. I didn't play the oh crud, what's it called? The Diddy Kong Racing that's just Banjo that's on the Game Boy Advance.
Did you play Smash Brothers?
I didn't even play Smash Brothers. I played Banjo-Kazooie, the Jiggies of Time.
Okay.
People are probably saying, what the heck is that?
Yeah. What the heck is that?
Tony knows I like to go and look for Nintendo 64 modded games. Basically, you have to take an original Nintendo 64 ROM and patch it with someone else's work or something.
Uh-huh.
This is playing The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with all Banjo-Kazooie stuff.
That would be fantastic.
It is. It really is. And there's like not all new. there's like exploration around like the castle and stuff that
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't normally have because you have to have those areas to look for G's and all that fun stuff. So why not? So I got to climb on top of Hyrule Castle earlier.
Nice.
It really was. I don't like the way the modder set up the save system on there because if you go to a new area, it doesn't save the music notes that you've collected.
Really?
And you can tell when you're going to a new area if it's not going to save because it'll have a sign. What they failed to mention was if you die, you lose all those notes.
Oh
So if
man.
you're like at 99, there's the last note, and you die,
You're turning the game off and you're not playing it anymore.
that's pretty much what happened. But really, this is a really fantastic uh, mod. It looks really good. It's not like you're taking Legend of Zelda and then patching Banjo Kazooie stuff on there. It's they took Banjo Kazooie and then did some framework or something and put Legend of Zelda in there along with music and other stuff.
Hmm.
And like it's not just Ocarina of Time music; it's Ocarina of Time music in the style of Banjo Kazooie.
Oh, that would be really interesting to hear.
There is a lot of just nice touches in this mod. It's pretty amazing. Um, I guess I should probably put a link to that guy's stuff in the. Should I put a link in the show notes for this?
Probably would be a good idea.
Yeah, all right. I'll drop that on here. Uh, as for the ROM, you're on your own for that one, and I cannot stress this enough because I spent 4 hours trying to get the ROM to work, and it's got to be it can't be a .N64. It's got to be a .Z64 ROM.
So it's got to be a very specific type of the ROM.
Yeah, I spent 3 hour after 1 hour of searching. I spent an additional 3 hours educating myself on ROM types for the Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
and I couldn't make heads or tails of what was going on. It's like, why is there three different ROM types for this system? And
Yeah,
never
I
and
didn't
then
realize
but
there
all the
was.
ROM types are supposed to be this one type anyway. And it's like, who came up with this? Why does this anger me so much?
I wonder what the difference is between them and why.
It's like some programming thing, and it's called one thing, but then the ROMs are listed as this. So it's like, why are you calling it this? Just say change the format to this type right here and make it work.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go and find a converter and other stuff because you couldn't just change the file extension because that didn't fix anything. But anyway, so what I really played this week though, Marvel's Avengers.
Okay. I've heard lots of mixed things about this.
Yeah, I heard people complaining saying, "Oh, it's just a brawler." It might be just a brawler, but it's a really good brawler.
Is it?
There's you have combos and stuff you have to work for on there. If you think like Devil May Cry, like you see those people, the high tier players, where they take Dante and then they have like a 200 hit combo or something going on there with triple S style ranking on that.
Yeah.
And it's just those things where you're like looking at it in awe, like, oh, I wish I could do that. I've seen some really amazing just combos people pulling up, and people are bad mouthing the guys, and it's like, yeah, well, I'm having fun. I'm making a combo and figuring out all the little tech, and it's like, yeah, that guy's right. That's what you want to do right there. Just
So
have
this
fun with
isn't
the game.
an Ultimate Alliance style.
Not really. Um, it starts out you're in control of Kamala, Kamala Khan, and she says her name so quick together. It's Kamala Khan.
Okay.
So I had no idea what if it's like. Where does your name end and your first name end and last name begin? So I had to turn subtitles on immediately. But she's I think it's Miss Marvel is who she becomes. Not
Okay.
Captain, not to be confused with Captain Marvel. Different
Yeah, they're
character
different
in
characters.
the same universe. She's a fangirl, but she's like won a contest. She's at I guess they're around the Golden Gate Bridge for the opening thing. Is that California?
Yeah, San Francisco.
Okay, so this is on the West Coast where it starts at. Whatever. Anyway, she wins or she's part of a contest finalist thing. And so you're wandering around this area, you're trying to collect comic books so you can get into the VIP area. You meet Thor, you meet Captain America, you meet Black Widow, you meet Tony Stark for a very brief second. You see Dr. Banner in the background, and she's just geeking out over the entire thing because, like, she had private conversations with Thor and Black Widow and Captain America all within like minutes of each other on there, and it's like, yeah, I would geek out too if that happened to me.
Yeah.
And they all pretty much knew who she was because it was for a story writing contest, and they all knew her story that she wrote, so they were all impressed with her. So it's like a
Hmm.
nice little thing of writing. You kind of got your exploration thing going on there, some button mashing, quick time events. Then the stuff starts happening, and then you switch over to the heroes. Let me take a sip of water real quick here. Okay, so you get to play as Thor right away after that, and you get to learn basic combat and stuff as Thor, throwing the hammer, pulling it back, having your lightning abilities. You know, the fun stuff there.
Yeah. All
The
the things you want to do as Thor.
and I just love his attitude. He's like, "I will save you, for I am mighty." It's like, thank you, Thor. Just be self-centered. Don't give a crap. Just say the line, and not be embarrassed, and beat people up because you can get away with that.
That's right.
And then you go right into Tony Stark. You're flying. You're shooting the pulsar beams from your hand at people, or is it no, it's repulsor. Well, whatever it is. And then you get to do the basic combat style as him on the ground when you're not flying. Well, you can kind of fly around, I guess. So you get to see how they have different combat compared to each other, each character. And then I think it switches over to Hulk, and it's just mess everyone up the best that you can with him because he's like supposed to be crowd control, I guess.
Hmm.
And you get to do quite a bit of running and jumping with him, and it was kind of neat. And he just like running across Golden Gate Ridge while it's falling down around you, and he's just knocking flaming cars out of the way because it's like it's in his way, so he just shoves it while he's still running, doesn't lose any speed or anything. After that, you get to switch over to I think you switch over to Captain America briefly, and he handles differently. He relies on the shield, has a guard thing going on. And then you get to play as Black Widow, and she's like, I'm gonna say she feels like the weakest out of all of them.
Really.
I mean, she doesn't have any superpowers, so they gave her like an invisibility thing,
Hmm.
and so she can go invisible. But I don't know, she handled quite nicely in my opinion, because she's got like tech stuff with her, like a grapple hook that can break through a defense and some other cool little things, and guns, of course.
Yeah.
And then you actually after you get done with all that's your basically your tutorial, and after all that you get to switch back to Kamala, and you're going through like a stealth segment, avoiding these robots and stuff because you hacked into Tony Stark's old security stuff, because being a superhero is bad now because someone did something and blew everything up. AIM, advanced intelligent robotics or something. I don't know what it's short for. It has taken over, and everyone hates people with superpowers, mutants
Of
or whatever.
course. Yeah.
And she's like basically Elastic Girl. She can stretch her arms, and they hands can become huge and punch people. And so she's got a superpower. She's kind of like a hacker or something, I guess. Not really a hacker. She guessed a password and got really lucky. And so you're doing like a bunch of platforming with her. That's pretty nice. And then you got the robots chasing you. Everything's gone to crap. It's not good. And then my PC was like, "Hey, this game crashed."
That's good.
Yeah, it's kind of a nightmare running the game on PC right now. It likes to crash. It doesn't like to load stuff correctly, like cutscenes or doing a weird after image sort of thing, and I don't know.
Weird.
But I've also heard a bunch of complaints about the PC version having problems, and as with most Square games, which I should have remembered this, PC problems will always be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to load that game up again, got like 2 minutes further into where I was already at, or past where I was, and then it crashed again. And I haven't gone back.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Then I
So
turned
you
around and
think
bought it on
you're
the PS4, and then I've been working slowly through that one.
oh, have you? Does it play better on the PS4?
Yeah, but I feel it plays it doesn't crash on PS4 if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
It seems like it was definitely designed to run on the PS4.
Yeah. See, I hadn't heard any of the crashing issues. I've just heard people talking about the game as,
Brandon
a game.
originally alerted me to the crashes back here in the beta. I didn't test the beta. I just remember hearing him telling me about it.
Hmm.
And then I went and looked at stuff after the game came out, and was like, oh, okay, that's a thing. But I'm hoping there's a good patch to fix the problem soon.
You would hope so.
But I do like that I can plug in a PS4 controller into the PC, and it knows. You can tell it was designed for a PS4 because
Hmm.
everything came over correctly. It's like hit the touchpad to activate photo mode, and it's like that's exactly what it says on the PS4. Buttons are all the same color and this and that. It's very noticeable.
Nice. That's one of those small but appreciated touches.
Yeah, but what little of the game that has been playable on either system, which PS4, I'm gonna say superior until PC gets like patched properly, whether official or unofficial. I don't care at this point. PS4 version is the way to go on that. I don't know if there's an Xbox One version yet. I didn't
I
look at
don't know.
that.
I think it's probably on there, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I could probably find out real quick. But I like if you're a fan of the Avengers and Marvel stuff, and you're on the fence. If you want to get the game, I, I I mean, there's probably no issue waiting for it
Yeah.
to go down a
It
little in
might it,
price, get more DLC all in an all in one bundle.
it sounds like maybe it's good, but it's got some issues that need to be worked out, and maybe after the first patch or two
Oh yeah,
is
it looks like it's
when.
on Xbox One and
Okay.
Stadia.
But yeah, if well, it's Square Enix, not Ubisoft. I was gonna say if it's a Ubisoft game, they're all in on Stadia. So,
What
well,
does it
they're all in
cost
on
on
all the streaming
Stadia?
services Ubisoft is.
Play for free? No, I'm not. Nope. All right, I'm just gonna close that Stadia page that it opens up.
That's how they get you. You open the Stadia page just to look at something, and you're like, oh, it's free for a little bit. I'll give it a
It says
shot.
play for free for $10 a month.
Yep. And it's also not a Stadia Pro game, so you still have to buy the game.
They don't tell you that part either on the thing I just looked at. So yay!
Really?
I was a very brief look, dude.
All right. Well, now
But
you got me curious.
so Tony will be talking about playing Marvel's Avengers next week.
Yeah, no, I do not have a free trial currently to Stadia, so
No, but you do have access to the game if someone buys it on Steam,
that's true. That's true.
which he did.
It is not in the Stadia Pro
Tony has
section.
access to my Steam library, is all I'm trying to
I
say.
do, I do, I do. I booted up Dragon Quest 11 briefly.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Cool.
like very briefly. And I did it on my phone while I was on a break at work just to see what it would be like to try to play that on the phone without a controller.
How
Um,
how did that go?
it's playable. It's not the easiest game to control. You'd think a game that's that sort of, slower paced
Hmm.
would be the perfect type of game to use the virtual controls for, but it maybe if I switch the camera mode to do the auto follow or whatever, it might work better.
Okay.
But and I may do that and see. Trying to babysit the camera at the same time I was moving wasn't easy. So,
Was that through the
uh,
GeForce Now thing?
no, on Shadow.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So,
So, if you're wondering why Tony has access to my Steam libraries, I gave him additional access to it. So if I were to go and play something, it would tell him get off my library, yeah, 5 minutes or whatever. If he's
yep.
playing one of my games, that it's just one of those things. Mostly so that way, if there was a game I wanted him to play, I could say, "Hey, load this up. I can record your footage from you streaming to me," and
Yep.
that's all it is really. It's handy, and
It
and
is.
it's not like he can go in there and buy stuff with my account because it shouldn't let him.
No, I don't have access to your account other than the library.
Yes, exactly.
So,
Like even if he remembered the password, he wouldn't be able to get in. He doesn't have the Steam Guard key that comes with that.
no.
So yeah, Marvel's Avengers, decent game if you can get it to run on PC. Great game since it runs on PS4. I don't have Xbox One version, so I'm assuming it runs just as well.
When it comes to Game Pass, I'll check it out.
Next year,
Yeah.
I'm guessing next year. What have you been playing, Tony?
I have been well, Paper Mario still. My kids are watching me play through that. Anytime I'm home during the day, we'll boot it up for an hour or two and play through bits of Paper Mario.
Where are you
I
at on
am
there?
on the hole punch boss.
Oh gosh,
I
that
am
that
thinking
boss.
I am not gonna have much fun fighting this boss.
No, he was all right. It was just everything in about that whole area is just really weird.
The faceless toads walking
Yeah,
around
that
and
really just it's like how why is this a thing? This is creepy as it can be.
yeah, and I didn't realize what was going on. I didn't realize we were getting. I should have realized we were getting close to a boss. But there was one comment that somebody made right before I saw the boss come out. I was like, "Oh, this is a hole punch." I should have caught this a long time ago. That's
Yeah.
why none of the toads have faces because they've all
Hmm.
been punched out. Um, but it didn't hit me until almost before the boss revealed himself.
I think you have
So
two bosses after him that are
yeah.
physical objects and then the actual boss.
I am about to finish the third streamer,
Nice.
so that game has been progressing nicely. Um,
I actually have footage that I recorded from that area because I was recording the dance sequence, but
yeah.
my audio was still screwed up at the time, so yay. But I have
So
footage, so enjoy what you're seeing right now.
aside from that, I downloaded yesterday, I think it was, a brand new free to play battle royale game called Spellbreak. This is one I saw a few weeks ago, and I was like, that looks really fun. Then they said, oh,
Wasn't
it's a battle royale.
wasn't this one we
I was like,
talked about a couple of months ago?
yeah, it might have been. And it's just now come out.
Hmm.
Uh, so I was hoping when I had first seen it that it was like a 5v5, just a traditional, class-based type shooter, only you were a magician instead of dudes holding guns of whatever variety. But
Hmm.
it is a Fortnite style battle royale. It's free to play. It's on PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
And maybe
Uh,
Stadia.
no Stadia version. Um, and it has crossplay and cross save. So
Oh.
when you first boot up the game, you create an account and you just log in with that same information on whatever system. It's not tying it to your gamer tag. So if you accidentally create an account on one system before you get the chance to do any cross progression. You don't have to worry about being locked out of that and having to deal with customer service and all that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
Um,
if Warframe would do that, I'd be really happy with them. I'd play it a little more than I have been in the last year.
I would as well. I'm waiting for Warframe to get cross save, and I'm waiting for Paladins to get full cross save, because Paladins is cross save on everything but PS4, and they still haven't fixed that. Or,
That's
you
weird
know,
because you think they would have access to that on PS4 by now.
and the weird thing is there are other games from High Res Studios, who are the publishers, that
Oh,
um, have cross save and cross progression. Paladins is the only one that doesn't.
you know what? Tweet them out. Just be like, hey, at Paladins. I don't know what their hashtag is or what their
It's
ad
at
is.
Paladins game, I think, is what they are
Yeah,
on Twitter.
just be like, hey, what's the deal? Hashtag
Oh, I'm sure they.
Paladins cross save PS4.
I'm sure they're tired of getting that message on Twitter, and I don't really know what the deal is and why they can't. But it's the one big game that needs cross save, cross progression that I'm waiting for, because I have two separate accounts and I don't play on the Switch or the Xbox or the PC because I put far too much time and money into the PS4 version, and I don't want to lose all of that content that I have. Um, but once that happens, I would be able to then play on all the other systems. But no, Spellbreak, you just create an account, log in, and then just use that same information on every system, and it just instantly all of your stuff is there.
Boom,
So,
bam.
and that includes things like the PlayStation version has a PlayStation Plus exclusive
Ooh,
set of skins um, that aren't tied specifically or linked only to the PlayStation. It registered on PC, Switch, and Xbox. I tried all the different ones. All of that PlayStation Plus content was there on my account with no problem.
that's nice.
So, but what this is it's a wizard magic based shooter. You are a spellcaster, and when you first boot up the game, or when you first start to get into a match, I think there are 8 classes that you can choose from, and the class basically just tells what type of magic you're going to use. And right now, I'm focusing on uh, toxic magic, so like poison gas, things like that. I use the toxicologist class. There are others that are fire based, wind based, stone based, ice based, that sort of thing. And that denotes your primary type of magic. And so that is attached to a gauntlet on your right hand. And
Can I have pizza magic?
no, there's no pizza magic,
Why not?
unfortunately. So, and that gauntlet can cast 2 different types of spell. There's one that's just a regular, you just use it over and over like any
It's just
gun.
regular pizza, regular pizza,
Yeah,
regular pizza.
yeah, it basically. And then you have a special version which does different things. Like with the toxicologist, the one
Deep
that I
dish.
have, it shoots out like a poison gas cloud, and it just covers an area of the map, and a small area of the map that anybody that walks into that poison cloud starts to take damage. Whereas the primary attack for that is like 5 bolts of poison that you shoot out, and
Hmm.
it just is like a spread effect. And if it hits something, they take damage. Um, and so, as you're playing throughout the match, you will also find other gauntlets when you open up chests or you know, defeat other wizards. They'll drop the weapons that they were carrying, and you can pick up one of those weapons, and it will be attached to your left hand. So you basically have 2 different types of magic that you can use. The right hand is the same throughout the entire match. You can't change that. The left hand, you can drop it for a different. So if you're using a like a common fire-based gauntlet and you find a rare ice-based gauntlet, you can drop the fire one, pick up the ice one.
Okay.
Um, and then you can also combine those. So not only you, but your teammates, because you play in a squad of I think 3 people. And so, like, if I, as the toxicologist, shoot out a giant poison cloud, someone with, say, lightning based magic can shoot that cloud of poison and it does additional electric based damage as well. And you can combine all of these different types of magics to do different effects. So, learning, figuring out which ones your teammates have and which ones work best with what they have might be the difference between winning and losing.
It's a good
And
strategy to think of.
the battles aren't as big as in Fortnite. I don't think. I think they're 50 players. If
Well, you gotta start somewhere.
so, uh, you'll drop in, and it's going to be whatever is a multiple of 3. So like 48 players or something. Because right now the only thing I can do is squads. It won't let me do solos or duos, and I don't know if it's because those aren't available yet, or I need to get to a specific level before it will unlock those. And there's one map right now, just like in Fortnite, and when you start off a battle, unlike Fortnite where you're in the battle bus and you're flying across the map, and you just, whenever you're ready to jump out, you jump out. With this one, there are a number of portals around the battlefield, and you choose which portal you want your team to basically focus on. And when you teleport onto the battlefield, you'll start directly over that portal, and then you'll know basically kind of where you're landing, and you can adjust a little bit, but you can't go really far out of that. So picking the right portal at the beginning of a match is kind of important, because you could end up in one where 20 people have decided they're going to land, or it could be empty, and that gives you a chance to collect a lot of equipment before you get into fights with other players. The other things that I really like about this one, I've been enjoying this one. I won the first match that I played in, which was surprising. We got first place, and I've actually finished in the top 10 every time that I've played so far, which has been kind of interesting. They're very different from my Fortnite experiences, where I get in and I'm dead within the first few seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm having to start the match over again.
At least you don't have to sit there and watch the whole match before you can play again.
No, and the same thing happens in this one. So if your squad all gets eliminated, you can just drop out, or even just you. If because when you die, you don't die immediately. You turn into this like little orb of light, and you're on the battlefield, and your teammates can come and revive you. So if you've got a good group of people who are playing really close together, you have the potential to just continue to be revived every time you fall, which is really nice. And I think you have a minute after you get taken out that your teammates can come and revive you. And if that minute expires, then you're out of the fight, and you would have to drop back to the menu and restart. And that minute lasts only as long as an enemy player doesn't come and do what's called exiling you, where if they just stand next to you for a few seconds, basically they can speed that counter up to where it's like 10 seconds, and then you're done, and then your teammates can't revive you.
Ew.
So it really does benefit you to play closely with the people around you.
And stay
And
close to them, I guess.
I've been enjoying it so far. The first thing I did, though, was went in, turned voice chat off, because I didn't want to hear any of that stuff.
As one does with any game, yes.
So,
Because
if
if
I'm
you don't
playing
have
with
friends on Discord, it's not a real voice chat.
Exactly. I don't even know why games bother putting voice chat in. No. And it's very heavily cel shaded. I saw one person on Twitter basically call it the Avatar Battle Royale.
What?
It's not Avatar. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Don't
All
think.
right. I was about to just shut off there.
I'd be really interested in like an Avatar, like a fire bending,
Just gonna
a
mute Tony
bending type.
now and keep going.
So, but yeah, so it's, and I think the reason I like this is because I have been drawn, if I'm playing online type games, I'm drawn to the things that aren't just, I have this gun or I have this gun or I have this gun, and they all basically play the same. Um, because games like Paladins, where every player has a different type of weapon, you can have flamethrowers, you can have, uh, there are characters that do have guns. There are other ones that shoot like beams of light. And so everything is different, and all the characters feel, even though you're doing the same basic type of thing, all of the characters feel very different from each other. And there's going to be a type of weapon on one of the characters that you're really going to like to play. And it's
Okay.
not just, I have this version of a gun that shoots a bullet in this direction and that's it. So,
Which
but
direction would it shoot the bullet?
behind you, actually, it's really
Oh
weird.
no.
Uh, yeah, not sure what's going on with those guns. But that is what I have been playing this week. So, let's take a quick break. We will come back and we'll talk about the news. So I guess the biggest news that happened this week was the surprise Nintendo Direct that happened. Was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday.
Yes, I think so.
I think it was Thursday. Um, and we have recorded our reactions to that, and we've put those on a separate video. You can find those on the YouTube channel. Long story short, there's a bunch of Mario games coming out over the next few months.
Starting with the Super Mario 3D collection.
Yes, the
Super Mario
Super
3D
Mario
All
3D All
Stars.
Stars,
So that'll
which
be
is Mario
Mario.
64.
I like that we're on the same track today.
we are in sync. Not the Backstreet Boys.
Dang it.
Were you gonna make that same joke?
I was about to do something along
Okay.
those lines, yes.
So yeah, it's Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Galaxy. All of them have been up-resed a little bit. These are just more or less straight ports of the original games. Mario 64 runs in 720p, I believe, and it's not a full widescreen version either. It's like a sort of in between 4x3
You can see a little bit more than usual, but not much.
Yeah. Then some of the textures in Sunshine have been up-resed, and then I think Galaxy is just a straight port of Galaxy.
Galaxy looked amazing to begin with, so not much
It
work had to
did.
be done.
It would be really nice, like, because that game was on the Wii and it didn't do, HD real well. It would be really nice to see. I'm very curious to see some side-by-side comparisons to that, to see if that standard definition game just looks phenomenal in HD, because it already looked good.
Okay,
So
that's fair.
I'm hoping we get a nice proper 1080p Mario Galaxy. That will look amazing.
So this will be a very limited release of this game. I believe it's going to go on sale September 18th, or it comes out September 18th, right?
Yes.
And then
Yeah,
it's
you
going
can
to be,
pre-order it now.
and it will be on sale until March 31st.
Yes.
And that's both
And
physical and digital. So, uh, you know, consider your options there and don't sit on the fence too long on that one.
after that date, you will not be able to get these games again. So,
Along with that news, there was the announcement for Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury physical
mhm.
release.
Yep.
That is going to be
February
February.
12th.
Okay, February 12th of 2021. Let's see. There was the what else was there? The
Super Mario All Stars is on Super Nintendo Switch Online
That's what it
already. You
was.
can play that.
Yes. So you have a
Uh,
Nintendo Online subscription, and you can play that now. Yeah.
yep. And then Super Mario 35, which is a 35-player battle royale style game, um, comes out October 1st, and that will be playable until March 31st, which is dumb,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we won't get into that. Um,
There's also the Game and Watch Mario handheld deal.
yes, which has Mario and Mario the Lost Levels, and it's also a clock.
It's got like Yoshi's and stuff in there too, like from Super Nintendo. It's really weird.
Yeah. So that goes on sale in November, I believe.
Yep. Super Mario Kart game.
Yes. Super Mario Live?
I forget
Super
what
Mario Kart something. Live
it.
circuit or something like that.
It is I'm gonna call it a Toys to Life because
It is essentially.
it is actually a toy coming to life for this one.
It's
You have a Mario Kart with Mario on there and a camera for AR mode, and you can set up a digital course around your living room or house or wherever, and you can race around on that on your Switch against digital opponents. And you can also
unless
have a
they
friend.
also have a cart.
So you can have a friend who would have like maybe the Luigi carts, and you can throw shells at each other or whatever.
Yeah, it looks really fun. Like it looks
I was
really
like,
fun.
man, this Mario Kart game looks really, really good. What the heck?
It looks very real.
So the camera, you're
Because
playing a Mario Kart game and streaming from an actual little RC car to your Switch.
yep.
It's really weird looking sometimes. I think that's all the Mario news, isn't it?
The last one was Mario 3D World. Did we talk about
I
that?
think I mentioned that in Bowser's Fury, didn't I?
Okay, yeah, Bowser Fury. It's got
Yeah,
extra DLC.
February whatever 12th, I think.
Oh yeah, February 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, cool. So
So yep,
that's basically the summed up Nintendo Direct.
that is it. Uh, Limited Run will be doing a
A couple
collection of Shantae games.
the let's see here, I got it pulled up. They're going to be doing a release of the Shantae's 2010 sequel, Risky's Revenge, in
Okay.
its director's cut iteration for Nintendo's. It looks like Nintendo Switch. I don't know. Nintendo Switch. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I guess it's just Nintendo Switch.
It's just for Switch, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, makes sense. So this will be just for Switch. This one comes with the physical copy of the game, steelbook casing, a soundtrack CD, alternate versions of the poster, coin, pin, and standees that are listed on their website will be included as well. That's going to run you about $65.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that everyone else is probably really interested in is this $75 collector edition of Shantae,
The original Shantae.
the OG for Game Boy Color. The-
This is one I would really like to have, but $75 is a hard ask for me.
Let's see. With this one, you get a copy of the Game Boy Color game on an actual Game Boy cart,
Mm-hmm.
along with the soundtrack on CD, a double-sided poster, a cute enamel pin. I'm reading this. It says cute in the thing. A commemorative coin, and two acrylic standees.
Yep.
Looks like one's Shantae, the other one is Roddy Tops.
Yep.
And that's going to set you back $75, which is what I said earlier.
Man, I have
Additionally, the Game
all
Boy
of
Color Edition will be made available as a standalone purchase. Does that tell me how much that one's going to cost? Hold on, let me pull that up real quick. Oh, that'll cost you $55. I mean, $45 for that one.
yeah, it's
This is
it's
all
almost
happening on September 11th. Yes,
yeah.
September
These things
11th.
are gonna sell out fast.
Orders will remain open for a 4-week period of time before closing on October 9th. Uh, Almost seems like they're making these to order, but or maybe just the standalones, I guess.
Maybe.
Uh, I don't
Because if
know.
they say they're going to have orders open for 4 weeks, if they were making a specific number of these, they wouldn't need to have it open for 4 weeks because those things
Right.
would sell out within hours.
Me personally,
Uh,
I don't really care for the collector's editions of either of those, but the Game Boy game, I'm probably going to be trying to get just that.
like it's really hard to find an actual cartridge of that.
And if you do find one, it's going to be really hard to drop that much cash on it.
Yeah.
In
I
fact,
have all of these
I can
games
pull that up.
digitally.
How much it's going to cost? Give me a second.
I don't even want to know.
Let me see if I can spell Shantae correctly.
Yeah, I want to see you do that.
Oh gosh.
That's always a good sound when you are looking up a price.
For just the game, 500. We're almost $600. We'll just say that.
Good grief.
Complete in box, almost 2,000, and if it is brand new, still in the wrapper and all that, 5,500.
That is ridiculously insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so $75 is a steal, and you get a whole bunch of stuff with it.
Or you just
Or
spend
you can,
45 bucks and just get the game and be like, yep.
or just go to the eShop and spend like $8
It,
and get it.
I mean, even though it's a re-release of the game, it's gonna say like it was done by limited run. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a physical copy. It plays on your Game Boy, and I'm sure it was approved by someone somewhere with especially Way Forward involvement or something. So I would say that's probably about as official as you can get without getting a repo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a repo cart. So I mean, you kind of think that over for a moment.
So yeah. I'm
uh,
not like I love the Shantae games, but I'm not that much invested in them that I'm probably gonna drop the money on these. I can just I'm fine playing
I
them
am
digitally,
slowly
but
working my way backwards through the series. So,
yeah.
and I haven't played the newest one yet because Limited Run Games hasn't sent me my physical copy that I ordered yet.
Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, I've had that pre-ordered for like 5 years now. I should look in on that, by the way. Anyway, Sega's new mini console. We have a full game list for those who
So
are
this is
unaware.
like a mini arcade
This
machine.
is a mini arcade cabinet. It looks very similar to the Neo Geo Mini thing.
Hmm.
What was that called? Where is it over there? Neo Geo Mini. Neo Geo Mini. There we go. This is a miniature version of a Sega Astro City cabinet. So this is just a Sega Astro City Mini. And this thing's gonna be rocking 36 titles.
It's a pretty decent amount.
Yep. And let's see, we have. It's gonna cost about $120 if you live in Japan. There's been no talk of a U.S. release, and
And
it looks
this
like
is
it.
one that may not come out in the West.
Yeah, it probably won't. Let's see. So launch in Japan December 17th, 120 USD, with an extra controller retailing for about $26. Mini base and stool combo, so it looks like a little arcade setup with a stool and everything like you would see in Japan.
Hmm.
That costs an additional $37 altogether. Oh snap! Let's see. The list of games. We have Alex Kidd and the Lost Stars, Arabian Fight, Flicky, My Hero, Puyo Puyo Su, TSU, Quartet 2, Radmobile, Scramble Spirits. Like, did I say Scramble or Scrabble?
I think you said Scramble.
The callback to earlier. Yay. Sega Ninja. I've never heard of that one. Sonic Boom. Space Harrier. Stack Columns. Thunder Force AC. Bonanza Bros. Columns. Cotton. Crackdown. Not the
Not the Xbox game.
not Microsoft's Crackdown. Cyber Police eSWAT. Puyo Puyo. Puzzle and Action. Oh gosh, how do I say that? Puzzle and Action Ichidance R. I think I said that right.
That sounds right.
Gain Ground. Shadow Dancer. Shinobi.
Shinobi.
Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy in Monsterland. I think that's Wonder Boy 2. Wonder Boy 3, Monster Lair. Alien Syndrome. Alien Storm. Altered Beast.
Because everybody wants to play Altered Beast.
I mean, you can't have a Sega thing without Altered Beast, man.
That's true. That's true.
It's their bread and butter. Not Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's see. Columns 2. Why is this not in alphabetical order?
I was just wondering that exact same thing.
Dark Edge. Fantasy Zone. Hey, there's a golden game right there. Oh, and Golden Axe. I did not mean a pun right there. That just happened naturally. Golden Axe: The Revenge of Death Adder. That's two different Golden Axe games.
Yes.
Puzzle and Action. That Tantar?
I think so.
Puzzle and Action Tantar, whatever. That's TANT-R. And you, the piece of the final piece that brings us all together, Virtua Fighter.
Yes. So that's pretty actually decent lineup of games. I'm
really
assuming these are all going to be the arcade versions of these.
It has to be, I'm sure.
That's why there's no Sonic on this, except for Sonic Boom.
Man, I don't think that's Sonic.
And that's not a Sonic game.
Like they couldn't have put that Sonic game on there because that's a trackball, not a arcade stick. Never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a it's a pretty good little arcade console. Speaking of that, I'm gonna sneak in a little news right here. There's also the Neo Geo. Oh gosh, what was that called? Not the Mini. The Neo. Tony, I put it in the chat a few days ago. I'm sure you remember me talking about it.
Yeah, but I don't remember what the actual.
See if I have this bookmarked somewhere. Neo Geo MVS.
I do not remember what it's actually called.
Where's the link? Where's it? There it is. Okay, so I hope that it's not playing sound right now.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, website finally loaded. Okay, so the Neo Geo MVS X, Multi Video System X. It is basically the Walmart. You've probably seen these at Walmart. The 1-up arcades.
Mm-hmm.
Those $400 cabinets. This one's a $500 cabinet, and it comes with the stand on there, so it sits properly. It's got 50 Neo Geo games on there.
Wow.
And it looks like an MVS cabinet. This thing's like really legit looking. It's got love poured all over that thing. So I'm not gonna read the list of games on there because we're talking Sega. So I just wanted to throw that out there because that's a thing.
Okay.
But they're selling it for 400. The system by itself is supposed to be like 450. The stand's supposed to be $100. But no matter what, they're selling it together, so you're looking at $500. So that's a $50 bonus in your pocket there, I guess. But I'm taking their word for it. I'm not going to argue.
Well, there you go. A lot of interesting arcade news. I would hope that we would get this eventually in the West, but this really is a Japanese arcade.
Oh yeah, the
thing.
Astro
So
City thing. Yeah,
yeah, it may not
the
ever
Neo
make
Geo
its
thing.
way
That's
over.
definitely gonna be an option to buy over here.
Yeah,
But the Astro City, that's gonna be a hard sell for Sega over here because in Japan, Sega, Club Sega is a thing there, whereas over
yeah.
here it's I guess non-existent
Sega
unless you're
arcades are a
playing
big
a
deal in Japan.
unless you're playing a Yakuza game. It's non-existent
Yeah,
here.
and I don't know if the Yakuza games are enough to justify bringing over Japanese arcade.
They're like a taste of what you want to experience with a Sega or Club Sega arcade.
Yeah. So, well, uh, moving on from the arcade news, Nintendo this week made a change to policy on the eShop, and it's a good one
Ooh,
because they will now allow you, if you pre-order a game, as long as you do this up to a week before the game comes out, it's still not perfect. Um,
better than nothing.
you can
Better than it
cancel a
was before.
pre-order up to 7 days from the release of a game. So if right now, if you say you pre-order Mario, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and you've pre-ordered it now up until around the 7th of February, a little bit before that, you would be able to cancel that pre-order if you want and get your money back.
I'm sure this is
Um,
related to a bunch of legal issues. I think it was over in either Australia or the Europe area where people would pre-order games and then later on it's like, oh wait, I don't want to pre-order this, and Nintendo's like, tough.
yeah, you're out of luck.
So
So that
that
has been changed.
yeah,
That they still have some work to go because I think you need to be able to, if even up to launch day, um, you should be able to cancel a pre-order.
well heck, even
Mm.
with like Steam, you can buy a game as long as you don't. If you haven't opened it or something or played it for 2 hours, you can get like a refund on it within
Yeah.
like a week.
Microsoft is the same way. I think it's 14 days after the release of the game. If you've played less than 2 hours, you can get a full refund.
Yeah, 2 hours.
So I don't know exactly what Sony's policy is, but Steam is very similar. The time frame may be a little different, but the 2 hour play limit is still there on Steam. I do know that,
Okay,
um,
good.
but I don't know if it's 7 days or 14 days. So this
Yeah,
is
I
this
don't
is a
know how
step
long
in the
theirs
right
is.
direction for Nintendo.
Whether they take the full step towards the right area, we don't know.
Who knows? Who knows?
One of these days they'll figure something out the correct way. Maybe online. Just saying.
Maybe.
Anyway, our final news story is Twitch has been having uh, for the month of September. Twitch has been calling it Subtember, where they're making a
Mhm.
big push for subs to not Subway sandwiches or whatever subscribers. Basically celebrating subscribers, letting them subscribe to channels and following a channel and subscribing are two different things. Like me and Tony and Cole, we all stream on Twitch.
Mhm.
We can't get subscribers because we're not popular enough.
No.
Although you're getting there, you're like more popular than I am now. Congrats!
I don't know about that. But
People really love that flight simulator, man.
apparently.
But once you get, I think it's affiliate, you get the access to having subs, which means people pay money to follow your channel and have access to like special emotes and whatever.
Mhm.
And I want to say it's generally $5 a month on there for one sub. If you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get a free sub that you have to use every month manually. So that one doesn't auto renew. So you actually could use that. This is revenue that goes towards Twitch streamers and helps them pay bills and whatever, and
Yeah.
it shows that you support them. Kind of a good thing. The point of September is to help push those subs and allow people to cancel their subscription, and then they can turn around and sub for like 6 months for like half the price.
Yeah.
It's like a really, really good deal. And it's a good way to say, hey, this is how I show my love for watching Grand Pooh Bear, Spike Vegeta, Games Done
Hmm.
Quick. I can't think of all the good streamers out there, so I just cherry pick the ones that I like. So,
Tonico MG, except you can't subscribe to him yet.
well, you can follow me and stay
Sure.
get 5 people chatting at the same time, and then I can be an affiliate. But I digress on that one. Anyway, everything was good until Twitch was like, "Oh no, that's a bug. We have to fix it." So this is now only working for people that are doing their first time subs to
Hmm.
channels, and it's like, who the heck is gonna do a 6 month sub for $30 to someone with the very that they just now started following on it? It makes no sense for first time subbers to even do that. I actually canceled my subscription to Grand Pooh Bear because I don't watch his channel anymore, and usually I would watch him like a couple hours a, uh, with a day within a week,
Hmm.
whatever. And I would use my I think it was my Twitch Prime sub I used on his. So I had no problem watching that, but it's like if I was dropping money on there and then this happened, it's like, well, if I did a subscription for 6 months, I would feel bad because I don't watch his stuff, and here I've paid for 6 months in advance. Whereas
Yeah. It's
so I mean, if that think of that like if you're a first time subscriber. Now, if you're all in on that person because you've been following them for years, 6 months that doesn't mean crap to you. You're gonna drop that
yeah.
because you like to support them. So a lot of people are mad because of that.
Yeah, it's a fair, gripe.
Maybe if it was like a deeper discount for first time subscribers, that would be a little bit better. But I mean, it's not necessarily locked in at like 6 months. Let's see if I have the 20% off for. Okay. Okay, this bug in the case allowed previous subscribed viewers to resubscribe to streamers at a discounted rate, 20% off for 1 month, 25% off for 3 months, 30% off for 6 months.
Hmm.
So I mean that's a pretty good deal right there.
That is a good deal.
And then Twitch went and fixed it. And then we have people, actual Twitch streamers, calling it a worthless September because it does nothing for them now. Uh, and then you have the it's just the thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of pointless at this point. But I'm
I
sure
just
some
pulled,
people are enjoying it. So
I pulled up my last email I got from Twitch, and I meet two of the four requirements for affiliate. I'm still a long way off
need 50
from.
subscribers or 50 followers and 5 people chatting simultaneously for like a week.
I've
Right?
got
Right?
I've got 30 subscribers or
Oh,
30 followers,
you're almost caught up to me. Never mind.
and I don't average the 3 viewers yet. So
Yeah. Yeah.
there you go. Uh, I guess though that will be it for the show this week. So there's no listener feedback or viewer feedback this week.
You know
Just send
what?
us those questions. Send us those things you want to hear us talk about
Send
on
us
the show.
haikus.
Sure. Um,
I don't know.
send
Games
us.
Done Quick had like a whole bunch of haikus this year. We don't know why. So yeah, send haikus because why not?
Hey, I'll read a haiku on the air. So
Ask Tony how his landings went.
you can just watch that video. They didn't go very well. Uh, yeah, I've got like 4 or 5 videos for Flight Simulator up on the YouTube channel. And one of the last ones I did was the landing challenges because I'm having difficulty getting planes on the ground, and I wanted to try those and see. And it's pretty funny to watch. So go check that out. Go check out any of our other gameplay videos that we've got on there. Like we are doing Wolfenstein Youngblood right now. We just finished Halo 3 not that long ago. Our entire playthrough of that is up on the YouTube channel.
Last week we played the first mission of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. I'd never played the game before.
I spent most of my time outside the bubble dying, not realizing that I was dying because I was outside the bubble.
We fought a giant enemy crab.
We did.
It was
We did.
it
That
was a
was fun.
time, yeah. That
So,
game actually,
yeah.
I didn't think it was bad.
No, that's one that I would end up I would end up playing with other people. I'm not going to buy it myself, but I'd use the free trial to play some with other people.
Should definitely play it again sometime soon.
So we are currently right now going through Wolfenstein. We do our Wednesday night streams, you, me, and Cole together. The last couple of weeks we've been playing Sea of Thieves. We might change that up sometime soon.
If we
Who
can
knows?
get Halo Reach to work.
Yeah. Hopefully with all
Hopefully
of
it
those,
gets crossplay sometime, like they said it would.
it's supposed to. They
And
said by
hopefully
the
Ethan updates his Xbox version, talking in third person.
Yeah, we'll make sure all of the issues are ironed out before we start on Wednesday this week so that we don't have any surprises. So yeah, we may be doing a playthrough of Halo Reach on our Wednesday night streams. And then I've been doing some flight simulator streams. I think you've been doing some other stuff as well on Twitch.
I just did the Wednesday night stream this week. Well, no, actually I did a Chrono Trigger, I think.
So
Yeah, I think I did Chrono Trigger. It may or may not have been a good stream. I forget.
there's plenty of ways to watch the things that we're doing, though. And if there's something you want to see us play, let us know, and we will do what we can to make that happen. So send us those requests. Send us your questions for the podcast. Hit those buttons that you're supposed to hit on YouTube for whatever reason.
Slap that like button.
There you go. And that will be it for the show this week. So thank you for being here, Ethan.
Click on the little bell in the corner. That does nothing.
I haven't even done that, and I
don't know anyone who's ever done that unless they're
I've
just
never
desperate
actually
for alerts.
I have never ever once clicked that bell on any subscription that I have done on YouTube.
It's like if I get on YouTube, I have the link set up just to go to my subscription page only. So I see everything that's already updated.
Yep. So, well, there you go. Thank you very much, Ethan, for being on the show this week.
Sorry for all the YouTube comment stuff.
If you want to reach out to us, we have new ways to do so. You can email us at procedurallygeneratedent@gmail.com. If you like what we do, you can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/pgent. Patreon supporters get the video version of the podcast a day early. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/progenint. Check out our YouTube channel, and we still have that famous Facebook group where you can interact with us on a daily basis as well.